All right, Shalom. Before I continue with this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach at the Great Millstone Nashville camp. Come back with a quick lesson, and I don't have a title for this lesson as of right now. Excuse me, but this article was sent to me. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's an article. It was something on Facebook. All right. So she sent this to me, and she had the little emoji with the eyeglasses, like further examining, you know. And so this is said to be news that came out of Iran, which I do trust their sources. I trust Iranian sources. The Americans always been lying. But anyway, it says Israel made huge mistake. Israeli missiles accidentally hits North Korean embassy in Iran. Slocky had the hiccups. So that's what is, so-called. Well, that's what happened. So-called. I was going to say what that's, what took place. But so that's what so-called happened. Like I said, or like I was going to say, some sources say, it's unverified, while, some sources are saying it's verified. So, it's going, Salaki, fucking dog. So it's going around that, hold on, Salaki. Anyway, so it's going to be it's going to be a quick World War III update, possible. I'll probably put something like World War III update, unverified, verified or verified unknown, something like that. But it's going to be a quick, just watch out, because they have to be involved or get involved into the war some way, somehow. Why? Because we know that this is the third woe, the third destruction. World War III, you have World War I, World War II, so the first woe and the second woe. The first destruction, the second destruction. That's all that it is. Ain't none of these wars holy wars, actual real deal holy wars, like the wars that, King David and the mighty man were fighting. Caleb and Joshua. These ain't no holy wars. These are wars started by the heathens. And so everybody has to get into this war. And matter of fact, I always get the scripture mixed up. So I think it's Isaiah 32. Or is it 30? Yep, it's 34. This dog, man, he wants to get out of the cage. I'm doing the lesson, bro. But anyway, Isaiah 34:1, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things to come forth of it. And it says, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. And the Lord is going to start his indignation upon these other nations via their armies. Like how it says right here in Joel 3, if the Lord tells you why he's starting all these wars, with these other nations. It says, I will also gather all nations, Joel 3:2. I will Salaki. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh, where the Lord's going to judge them. It says, and will plead with them for my people and my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And it depicts slavery. When you go on down, talking about in verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and given the boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink, and that's going into captivity. And those acts actually did take place. You know, it says, "I have given a boy for an harlot." You know, and their nation is full of pedos. You know, they talking about Epstein. You know, Epstein. Well, that ain't the only nigga. The whole nation is pedos. Yeah, you so-called white people. And so it says, I'm gonna end it with that. Let's go back to the Isaiah 34. Isaiah 34. It says, verse 3: "And their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their a host shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, or I say the vine, and as fallen fig from the fig tree." So, you know, that's going into the nuclear missiles. It says that the heavens be rolled together like a scroll. How? Via warfare. When these other nations, you know, get involved and have to go to war. You know, give me 1 second. Salaki. And so, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, all these different nations, you know, they're gonna go to war. This warfare is gonna happen via World War III. All right, trying to get this damn dog under control. I'm sick. Fuck. Anyway. All right, and so let's see. Now, I was gonna get that least of the flock, drawing them out, was just going into the small hats, because they are the least of the nations. You know, I don't really want to say their name, but the small hats over there are few in number. Let's see if I can pull that up. Let's see the are fewer in number compared to let's see other nations. Let's see what pop up. So it says Israel has a small population of roughly 10 million, and with the 77% we're gonna say majority, which, you know, put JE, you know, then you have, you know, WISH. So like I said, I don't want to say certain things because I am not trying to take a hit. When you teach the actual truth, you know, everything that you say can be against you, or they can use anything. Oh, you said this word, you know, strike the video. I'm not trying to go through that. So it says, with the 77% wish majority and a 20% Arab minority, while it has one of the highest fertility rates among developed nations, it faces significant immigration with over 200,000 citizens leaving recently and slowly growth. It is one of only 2 countries with millions of wishes, or millions of wish residents. I shouldn't have to do all that. But anyway, so yeah, they have a small population, 10 million people, you know, and around the world, they're not in. I mean, well, they are in every, you know, nation. Meaning, well, I don't even want to say that, but they're in all different types of seats of power, you know. And then too, when I said that they're in every nation, they live in these different places. You can't forget that Esau Edom was given the best living conditions, and also too the best places to live. Almost knocked over my water. The best places to live, you know, them having money. Well, you know, a nigga would say, well, no, all white people are rich and have money. That's correct, nigga. Because too, you know, you have a lot of Israelites that look like, so-called white people that are amongst the people, them people too, just like every nation. And I'm gonna bring this up, and we're gonna bring this up in every lesson, not just me. You know, you're gonna keep hearing it because not all Israelites are so-called black or Latino, Native Americans. We've been scattered. We had to be, we had to have a shield put over us, so to speak, by the Lord spreading us to these other nations so we can blend in, so we won't be found and killed. It was like that. And it's going to be like that soon when Jacob's trouble happens via World War III and the microchip is implemented when the economy crashed. So, yeah, that's what's getting ready to happen, and the Lord he gotta, come down upon these nations. All these nations are prideful today. Kim Jong-un, to some form of fashion, he's prideful. He has humbling moments, but he's very prideful. He's just like an Edomite. Moab is gonna get it too. Moab are the so-called Chinese. Ammon is Japanese. Yeah, all y'all gonna get it. Y'all gotta get it because all y'all played a part in that Psalm. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna read it though. Psalm 80, I believe it's 82. Or is it 83? I think it's 82. No, 3. And let me see. You shut that like men. No, yeah, it's Psalm 83. 82, it's still a good quick chapter. But yeah, so Psalm 82, and all those people are here today. All the people that well, not the people, but after the flood, yeah, Noah, Ham, Shem, Japheth. So, Ham, Shem, Japheth, everybody's here today. 18 nations, everybody's here. So anyway, let's get back on warfare. So the least of the flocks, draw them out. And that's happening because America's going to get drawn out via Israel. That's happening. And so, and then too, because Ezekiel 38, that's playing out. Because Turkey's going to get involved very soon, and they're going to join into Russia. And though you have Sunni versus Shiite, which is, Muslim sects, and really, I ain't going to go into that. That's irrelevant, so I'm not going to say that. But Sunni Shiite is two different Muslim sects. And though, because I believe they're Sunni, Turkey is Sunni, though that they're I don't want to say that their belief is different because the belief is not different. It's two different so-called people that were in leadership. That's the friendliest way that I'm gonna put it, because I'm not trying to. We Hebrew Israelites, so we're not talking about no, Muslim history, But for the sake of edification, I'm just gonna say this real quick. The Shiite and the Sunni, right? Similar beliefs, believe in Allah, which is, another way of saying God. They believe in that, certain laws or all the laws or whatever in the Quran, they believe in that. But it's dealing with, I believe, the successor of after, Muhammad. But I think it's Ali. Some went with the teachings or went with Ali, and then some went with some other guy. All right. I haven't read about that in a while, but I know that's what happened, but they gonna join together because they're both Muslim, and they both have the interests of Russia. Russia is more of a benefit. Going with Russia is more of a benefit than with America, you know? So that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, forgot why I was saying that. But yeah, that whole Muslim shit threw me off. But anyway, I'm glad the Lord didn't have me join into that. But anyway, it was something I was gonna get. Something else that I was gonna get. But I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. I'm gonna get like 3 more precepts. Let's see. Let me get this. And best believe too, with if this is true, you know, North Korea's like, man, we can take y'all. Yeah, we can take Israel. You know, if Iran is over there messing y'all up just by shooting missiles, how much more North Korea? And they missiles have I believe they have a longer range. Hold on, why is my computer doing this? Give me 1 second. I'm having some issues here. Something's going on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to restart this thing. Yeah, I probably got to restart this. Give me 1 second. So yeah, because I was getting at Joel 3. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, let me get my file. All right. Real quick. This is Joel 3. No, not Joel 3. I'm sorry. Well, it is 3, I believe. Give me 1 second. Because I already read Joel 3 and I believe it was 2. Joel, where's it at? Where's Joel? Is it just me? Is it like sometimes Joel's like one of them chapters, it's like real quick and you can't never find it. So this is Joel. It was let the weak say I'm strong. I believe it was, let's see. Let's see. Is it? No. Not Joel 2. It might be 3. Yeah, it might be 3 and let me see. 3 and 8? No. Let me see. Draw near, let the mighty man wake up. Let the heathen be awakened. Oh, that's what I want. I should have kept reading Joel on down. That's what I wanted. That's why I was thinking about 3 and 8. Because I was going to let the weak say I'm strong. Let me see my computer. But instead, I'm going to finish in Joel. This is what I wanted. So Joel 3 and 9, 9 and 3, goodness gracious. It says, proclaim ye this among the nations. Among the Gentiles, Salaki, not the nations, against among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And our precept is Ezekiel 38 and 7, which that's the time that we, coming into. Salaki, give me a second. Hold on. Trying to get this right back up. Give me 1 second. All right, and it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. 3 and 10. Joel 3 and 10. I kept saying 8, but I get it. Because really I was supposed to start at 9 and read on down. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. And it says, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. And it says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's going to happen. You know, the Lord's going to judge the heathen for what they've done to the nation of Israel. And it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Right, their wickedness is great. But and this is the what to say in Luke 21. It says, you shall be the how does it go? The Gentiles should be the times of the Gentiles should be fulfilled. You know, the kingdoms of the Gentiles ain't nothing but wickedness. So their time has been fulfilled. Their time of wickedness has been great, has been fulfilled. You know, all the witchcraft and sorcery that they have done, all the shit that they've done to our people and to the world, you know. And it says, and when the harvest takes place, like I says in Matthews, the angels gonna have to do the what they call the reaping. You know, the angels gonna have to come and gather up the elect from amongst the four corners of the world. My chest hurts, Slocky. From the four corners of the world, and gather them up. The 1/3, the men, women, the children, the believers, got to get gathered up from around the world. You know, so the ones of the ones that look like us but ain't of us, they of another nation, but they look like a nigga or Latino, you know, Native American, they gonna be done away with. But in the kingdom, you know, when their people are serving slavery, they gonna come right back through that lineage. Scary thing. That's a scary thing. Don't play with the Lord. And then it says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And that's Hamagadwan or Armageddon, you know, mountain of troops. Every single last soldier that you see in a uniform, I don't give a damn, high up. It will come a time it's gonna be so bad that all these nations and their leaders and commanders gotta go. You know, unless they right there with the president or however that may play out. You know, but for sure, this war is gonna get so bad. Every fucking reserve soldier is gonna get called up. All reserve soldiers, active duty, every single last one. All them officers that you see in the White House, you know, or if you see them on TV, they in a helicopter. You know, like the Marines that be in the helicopter, they all gonna go, guaranteed, and they gonna be judged. If they're not gonna be judged there, if they happen to stay here, you know, or get out, you know, they gonna get judged here. Because what you gonna have here? Race wars, you know, class wars, all that. Matter of fact, was that it on that? Yeah, that's all I want with that. We're gonna get the second Ezra 15, and then we'll close out because I don't want to make this Salaki. I don't want to make this too long. That's that one though. But anyway, let's see. Second Ezra is 15. Let's see. All right. Or was it 16? Might be 15. It says, let's see. Get the main point. Touching no wickedness. With a sword. Yeah. Second Ezra 15, 14. Woe to the world, to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. So, and that's getting ready to happen too. You know, these race wars, class wars, civil wars, that's getting ready to happen. That's you having swords in your hand, the gun. And it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're going to do what they will. You know, ain't gonna be no president on TV. You know, put your weapons down there. They gonna be like, man, fuck that. They ain't gonna regard their kings or princes. You know, and it says, a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, and that's a terrible thing. You know, and some of us gonna go through it, and Lord will, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh shall be put them niggas down. Yeah, that's the mindset you gotta have. You know, our nation, we full of warriors, you know, priests, and look how they conducted themselves when they had to go to warfare. They prayed, you know, I believe they fasted. Yeah, some of them would fast. You know, I think at different times they fast at the beginning of war. I can't remember, but I know after it's a cleansing period. I think it's like a 7-day purification. I think so. All right, but anyway, yeah, you know they relied on the Lord, and the Lord fought for them. You know, yeah, the Lord put His spirit on you to pop that. You know, or whoever, not no damn soldier. Jack ain't supposed to be going up against no soldiers and shit. You know, your everyday common people. If we go down like that, go down like that. But when the soldiers come in, you know, that's a whole nother different type of spiritual activity going on. You know, because really, you know, yeah, the everyday man, yeah, they gonna it's gonna be terrifying with them. But you know, with the military, has always been the Lord's anger upon Jake. So if soldiers come for you, look, bro, either you run or you give up yourself, and that's just what it is. Because they gonna do some other shit to you. Yeah, everyday nigga on the street is bad. Wait till them soldiers. You know, and Lord will, the Lord put the spirit on you to endure that. And speaking to myself first, you know. So Lord will, this was an edifying lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash, Shalom.